Asa here again. I'm super excited to be your host once more. It's a beautiful Friday, and we are still on the series on management. And guess what? Last week was awesome. The week before was awesome. I received a lot of DMs telling me, "Oh, bro, thank you for saying this. Thank you for actually bringing it up to speed and enlightening us on the aspect of finances and emotion, how to connect both of them." So today we're going to continue the series, and we're going to touch the episode on behavioral management. And behavioral management, I'm going to touch on the aspect of reaction versus response. Now, the thing is, when we talk about reaction or we talk about response, it's likened to the experiences we have or we had before now. So most times our reaction is based on our experiences or coupled with what we have gone through, in a short period of time, in a long period of time, even with family and friends and relatives, even the school we went to actually. So it depends on the societal engagement and the people we find ourselves with, mostly our circle and our peeps and even our family and all that stuff like that. So we're going to talk about behavioral management. Now, behavioral management in the essence of reaction and response. Now, how do you respond? What are you responding to? I'll try to make this video not too long so that we can actually reach out to a lot of people and continue the series as time goes on. So how do you respond versus how do you react? Now, in the aspect of behavior or in this aspect of behavioral management, it tends to be that anybody that reacts, you shouldn't blame anybody that reacts. Somehow, somewhere, they have been, let's say, manipulated with series of experiences, and these experiences has turned them off or turned them on or made them become who they are. They were no beast. A beast is never created a day. So maybe something happened along the way, they became who they are. So you wouldn't blame them. So for you to actually decompose that kind of charisma in someone or in people, what you do first of all, you check around the series of experiences they've had before they met you or while they were with you. Because I have my own share of experiences why when I dabble into one or two persons, and I made some mistakes when I was young, and most times I hurt some people along the line unknown to me, and knowing to them it was something like it's a big deal for them, and I was like, oh wow, I never saw it this way. But not until I had a communication and I got to understand that what I did before now was wrong. So sometimes we might even be the reason why people turned on us, or wouldn't be the reason why people react against what we do. That's why you see people with envy. Envy is not created a day. Envy is actually a result of an experience. It can be a personal experience, it can be a family experience, whatsoever it is, or might even be an ideology that someone has, during and when it's actually growing up, within society and all that. So sometimes our response, rather our reactions, is detailed on experiences. So for you to know the reason why people react, you need to have a communication series that tend to make you understand what made them react such a way, because reaction is reenacting an action again and again. Now, people react repeatedly on a particular scene or what they feel or what seems to be like something they have passed or encountered before now. So they react on that because, like I said, reaction is reenacting or reacting something continuously. And for someone to be in a series of reaction, it might be a family background thing, it might be family issues or family traits. But listen, the most important thing here is the series of experience that person has gone through or that person is going through. So reaction is based on the experience, simply the experience. So if I react on the things that you do to me, somehow, somewhere, I just want to be like, oh, I forgive you, but there's this spot that you cannot heal inside of me because you hurt something, and somehow, even the person forgives you, the person tends to look out for that thing. And trust me, if you keep on reiterating that thing or you keep on doing that thing, somehow the person might lose faith or hope in you that you're not becoming better. I've experienced my own stuff and I've seen how people treated me in some aspect like that, and somehow I'll be like, bro, you gotta work on this part. And I'm trying my best as a personal development person. I need to develop myself too. I need to be better, for me to actually tell you that, oh, this thing works. All right. And for the journey I'm on right now on personal development in the aspect of reaction and response, the best thing is actually to communicate. No matter how deep it is, no matter how vague it is, you need to communicate. Because if you cannot communicate, there's going to be a lot of junk coming in or piling up. And at the end of the day, you might not find yourself growing the way you want yourself to grow. So this is it. Now, I'm going to switch a little bit into response. Now, response, the way I define response is actually responding to something, like you're responding on something, like when you have to ponder on something, like you're pondering, you're wondering why this thing is not going the way it's supposed to go. So sorry for that, it's my alarm popping up, in the morning. So the thing here is, most definitely, our response is how we respond on things, in the sense that what we ponder on, on a daily basis and on a weekly basis, and let's say on a monthly basis sometimes, because our response tend to be something that we go through, but we don't act it instantly. Unlike the reaction, you act it instantly because it hurts you, because there's a nerve that just come out, pop, and just for you're already acting the scene again. So that's the reaction vibe there. But when it comes to response, you don't act it immediately. You try to ponder why the person did this, or why is the person doing this thing that they are doing. So you tend to try to understand why, because the thing is, can I understand the difficult why, or can I not understand the difficult why? So when someone is responding to you, not because the person is stupid not to react, but because the person feels like, oh, I just want to know why you did this, or why you're doing this. So the person tends to lean back a little bit to actually understand the reason why these things are not falling into places, or why these things are not acting the way it ought to act, or maybe aligning itself for the way it ought to align. So basically, in the aspect of behavioral management, it is very essential that everyone out there must know how to respond and react. Now, in the aspect of marriage or relationship, it is very key for communication. I've faltered in some areas in my life whereby I tend to lose communication, and communication is something that you need to be part of. I'm not saying this because I'm righteous in the aspect of communication. No, I'm not really good, like extremely good, but I tend to know how to communicate every now and then. When I'm wrong, I accept the fact I'm wrong. I try as much as possible to make sure that the communication does not just burn out, but it's actually blend into the atmosphere that the person is right now. Let's say, for example, I'm having something to do with, let's say, I'm making someone angry. I might not tell the person sorry instantly, because the person might just react to it, like, don't tell me sorry, don't even do this, don't even try to do that to me. So I'll be like, okay, wow. So sometimes I try to see how I can come in, because if you don't know how to come into the atmosphere, sometimes you might lose the balance, and when you lose the balance, come on, there is no way or no how you can actually regain that balance. So it's all about knowing the balancing on the atmosphere, or balancing the atmosphere at which you can actually communicate with the person. Because if you don't know how to balance the atmosphere, sometimes you might lose the grip of trying to communicate with the person. So reaction against or versus response, we need to understand that reaction is quite bad, because you just react somehow, because somehow even the person you're reacting to or against might not be the one that offended you. So you might even lose an opportunity to know somebody that might be cool enough to be your best friend, to be your party, your buddy, or even maybe your husband or something. So when you're reacting outwardly, mostly in the public scene, try as much as possible not to react on people that did not hurt you. Because if you transfer aggression, which I'm going to talk about next week by the grace of God, transfer of aggression in behavioral management, I think we're going to touch deep on that, because that is what we see on a daily basis, even in a relationship and marriages, even in friendship. We just transfer aggression for no reason. I've done that when I was younger, and it's just not cool, because at the end of the day, I found myself hitting myself and hating myself for transferring that aggression. So this is it. Response versus reaction. The best way for you to call or kill your reaction is to know someone better, and know the reasons why they went through, or they're going through that experience they're having right now. So try to communicate better, and when you communicate better, you see yourself floating in the aspect of becoming what the person wants you to become, not for the fact that the person should be what you want. Sometimes it doesn't always go that way, but somehow we have to respect people's reaction, because we don't know the series of experience they've encountered before now. So, but in the aspect of responding, someone is not a fool for not answering you just because he doesn't want to react. Sometimes the person is pondering on what to say to you at a particular time. So just let people communicate, and if they don't want to communicate, it's fine. So I'm Alexander Ase, and I won't be dropping this right here And I want to say thank you very much. If you know you're new here to my channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on my YouTube channel and on Instagram at Ase Junior. I love you all. Peace be unto you all. I see you in the next channel, next videos there. So the same, we always talk about channel all the time. I don't know if I like watching channels, but all the same, that's how it is. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm sure you're going to be here when we talk about the other behavioral management on transfer of aggression. So see you out. Peace. Alexander Ase. Love you all.